When you're ready to make sections, you're going to go to the sections page of your ORSkills workflow. And from there in the top right corner, you'll hit create new section. So the part that you have creative liberty over is really what you want to call the course. So that's your title. What I always suggest is labeling it whatever Willamette Promise course it is. So for example, writing 121, and then some identifying information to help you sort through which section it is. So often this is the time of day that you're teaching it. Maybe it's fall, second period. This is just going to help you keep track of what section you're working in. So it's really important when you're creating your sections that you create the right amount of sections. So you should have a section for each time that you teach the class. So if you teach writing 121 3 times a day, you would have 3 different sections. This creation of sections is how we go in and look at what stipend amount you receive as a teacher. So if you teach something multiple times, make sure you're putting in different sections. Same thing if you teach Math 111 twice a year, you teach it in the fall and the spring, you're going to want to create separate sections for each time that you're teaching it. So again, title it whatever you want, and I suggest doing the Willamette Promise course and then identifying information to help you know which one it is. You're going to select the course from the drop-down menu. Your courses will look different depending on what classes you're authorized to teach with our program. College is always Western Oregon University, your school, and then you are the teacher. So then at this point, if you have students to put in your section, you can do that here by clicking and type searching for them. So for example, here I am, add it to the section, but let's say you don't have students yet. You can also come back and add students later. So you can type search for as many students as you would like in here. And add them to the section. Once you're ready, you'll hit submit, and then you're going to see this section page, and I'll show you how to get back to this, but this is going to show you where all of the information is for your students. So you'll have the list of students, if they have a work sample, if they've confirmed their college registration, which is their Western Oregon registration. Most students will have a date here. If they come up as unconfirmed, that simply means that they need to go back and complete the Western Oregon piece of registration. If you're having problems with this, please reach out to us so that we can help you. Then you'll also be able to see if they've paid their fees. So this page is a really, really good page for you to be able to keep track of your students' administrative processes through the program. And then finally, this is where you'll go in and submit a grade. So let's say you've put in students, you have your section, and you want to go back and see it. So if you're on your dashboard, you can see any of the sections that you've put in here, and to get back to that sections page, you hit the eyeball and it's going to take you right back to this page. If you need to add students later, so you've created your sections and you need to put your students in because they weren't in the ORSkills system before, or maybe you just had a student that you need to add, you can hit the edit button and it will take you back to that page that you originally created your sections with, and you're able to type search again for students to add them to the course. One thing to know that's helpful, if you are wondering if your students are in the ORSkills system, they will show up here if they've completed their registration. If you type search for a student and they don't come up, that generally means that they need to go back and do the student registration piece. And so when you're done with adding more students, you simply hit submit, and then again, it will take you back to that sections page.